All right, ladies and gentlemen. So Wednesday, 18th of June, and basically one of the best days of the week because we are have the live trading by top trader Jake, and it's always the great basically way to check how he catching all of that stuff live, taking the profit, and of course for those people who want to get more experience at in trading, yeah. So guys, is the really great knowledge plus the crypto market update, and of course, guys, today we have the really great giveaway. Like the same one like we did on Monday but today the second one, so you still have the time to bring some friends just to share the information because I can see that like people is joined the many new guys, but as well just like bring maybe some neighbors, maybe bring some potential partners, that people who searching for the opportunities, who searching for the something real, for the something interested, and they can just basically have a chance to win like only if they participate with us on the Zoom. Yeah, so like basically they don't need to do anything, just be with us on the Zoom. And yeah, like all the details gonna be provided. So today Jake prepared many great stuff, guys. We can see the market is basically shaky because of the news of that Israel and Iran, but we really hope that like they will not gonna start some war. Like it's not gonna be escalated basically. So that's gonna be good. But we'll see. Yeah, like Jake, what do you think? You can just take it away.
So hello guys. Yeah, as I said, today is the day. So basically, all traders in the world just looking up how market will react today. So basically, today we have FOMC meeting. We will have interest rate in USA announcement. So basically, as I said, 99% on the market thinks we will not have rate cut today. And what is very important, we will have in 1.5 hour, we will have the Fed Powell speaking, and basically when he speak, if he's let's say little bit dovish, we will probably see some pump on the market. But he's he hawkish, how they call it, yeah, we will to see some really bad stuff. And also this war with Israel and Iran, yeah, as I said, this is no more trader market. This is news market. So basically everything depends on the news. So every time we make some analysts and moves, basically this don't work on this kind of the market. So as I said, now as a trader we are just watching what's happening. Basically today we will have a lot of information, we will know where the market will probably go. But yeah, as I said, there is still possibility of bigger escalation of the war in the Iran. Basically USA can attack them, we can see some spike on the market. As I said, wars are always bullish, basically for the long term. But on the short term, you always see some dump. So basically, this is how wars work. Basically, you see some initial dump in, let's say, first 15 days. Then after it, we see some recovery and we see some bigger pump on the market. So basically, this is how works. Words but yeah, as I said, it's really strange, but this is how stuff work. Yeah. So basically they will drop the stock, drop the market, then make the pump. Yeah. So as I said, this is how they do it, and this is how everything works. So yeah. So as I said, for today, we also prepared I will speak about TGA sale and what is the difference between private sale and TGA sale, and how to sell 10% of the stocks, how to scale your sale just to keep up with the price, just to keep up with the move, and how to benefit this for your long-term investment. Basically, you will see how these tokens, what you buy now in TGA, how to sell some part of them during the spikes, and then take this into the liquidity and reinvest. Yeah, basically to get yourself two ways of income. We already have this presentation, but there's a lot of the new guys, so I will just go once more through this. Yeah, and if we have luck, yeah, we can make some live trading. But yeah, as I said, in 1.5 hour we will have big announcement, big news on the market. If you can see here, basically, yeah, we will see FOMC, Fed interest rate, conference. So basically, whole market is just waiting for this. Yeah. So as I said, this is still our zone into the buy. So if you can see here, this is Ethereum. Why Ethereum is very important for us, because our TGA is based on Ethereum. So basically, all these Ethereums what we collect, we will put them on liquidity on the day when we get listed and when we go live. So basically, our price of the token depends on the price of Ethereum. So if you can see here, after we see this drop almost 5 months, more than 5 months after we break out of this range of $1,800. We come back into this new channel. As I said, this is not coincidence. Basically, this is the same channel what we have before last time Ethereum go into the $4,000. And as I said, it takes time until Ethereum consolidates in this area. As I said, the lowest price, what we will be able to see in this chart is around $2,100. As I see, basically, I have few indicators here. So if you can see from this way, I will now show you. Basically, we have this average downside. So basically, this is $2,230. So if we see some maybe bad news on the market, maybe we will see some quick drop into this area and then come back into the support. So basically, we see this lot of the time. I will now show you how this stuff works. So this is it, yeah. So basically, this is $2,100. This is also $2,100 wick. So basically, when the market make this wick, it pump it back and just come back into the zone of $2,800. And this was another test, and after it, we see the pump to the $4,000. So as I said, while we are into the channel, there is still possibility to get some small wicks. As I said, this will not take too long. But for us, what we are looking on is this range and also 2100. Basically, these two ranges. This is the lowest possible. This is probably if we go in war with the US come and attack Iran, this will be maybe probably the biggest week what we can see. So basically, market can move really strong down and take this liquidity and then continue with the push. So basically, this is our lowest point of interest. Also, there is a lot of the liquidity here, if you can see. Basically, so as I said, for now, what we are looking up for these dumps is $2,250. So basically, this is if all news on the market be bad, yeah. This range and $2,100 if we go in war with Iran, yeah, basically, if US go in war with Iran, we will probably catch up some liquidity here and then come back into the zone. So what is very important, this is not zones to hold for long term into the crypto. So into the zone, basically just dump, take this liquidity and pump it back. Yeah. So basically we see this lot of the time. Also, if you can see here, when we see this big drop on the market from 2,800 in single day, go to the $2,150 and pump back to the $2,800. Yeah. So as I said, you will be able to see weeks of $700, yeah, in single day. So as I said, for the guys who didn't still buy Ethereum, this is still good entry point. We are into the R zone, we are into the R buying zone. So basically, if we see some bad things on the market, you could maybe benefit $100 or $200. But as I said, don't risk, because if we see some good news on the market, we will just pump into the resistance. Yeah. So basically, you will lose this buying zone, and as I said, from that point, you will probably risk more gains than you go in this mid range, then waiting until the market pump up and then go into your position. So basically, for now, what we are looking on is that Bitcoin is still in channel, still holding 2,500. Let's see what's happened with the Bitcoin. Basically, Bitcoin is also above 102, $100,000 above. Basically, it's just holding on this area. As I said, on my stage is 96 to $97,000. So basically, if we see some bigger drop on the market, we will see $97,000 test support. So basically, we'll probably see this fast week here, touch, and then come back into the zone. So basically, this is our average downside, and this is our short-term support. So if you can see, there is a lot of this held here, a lot of the strong, a lot of the support here, and also the lowest possible. What I'm looking on is maybe go to the $92,000. Basically, this is our longest possible position, $91,000. As I said, if we grab all this liquidity, then come back into the zone. So as I said, if we see really, really bad news on the market in coming days, or maybe today, we revisit these points. As I said, probably we'll just go to $97,000, then come back into the channel. But as I said, if USA go in war, if we see some bad news with the rate, and if we push down, this will be support. As I said, if we see some good news, next target is $120,000. As I said, we are looking up to go maybe even $130,000 in coming month. So basically from this, we are still consolidating into the zone and preparing for the bigger push up. So yeah, so let's go now with our TGA sale. So yeah, so basically I will now speak about how TGA work, what is the private sale, and how to benefit from the 10% sell ups. So basically we will go to this point. I will show you how me as a trader and investor, how I take money out of the market and not make any harm to the coin. Basically, not making some big dumps on the coin, taking out liquidity out of the coin, and helping myself to position myself into the strong, and also taking out risk management into the my way, so I be let's say profitable for the long term. So as I said, now we will speak about how maximize your gains from the private sale and from the TGA event. But yeah, main point is on TGA event. So yeah, as I said, for the guys who are first time here, what is TMX? We are next generation blockchain tokens with strong utility and liquidity. Basically, we build our own decentralized exchange, and we will have our own liquidity for the futures trading. Also, this is what we will speak about today, is strategic selling. Basically, this is how to sell your pumping coin, your new listed coin, and take this liquidity and reinvest it back. Yeah. So as I said, we are looking up to get additional add value into our token and keep the price up until we take this liquidity out. So for the new guys, we have the private seed phase. So this is for the early investors, it's basically discounted tokens. We provide this initial funding for the project, for the token, for the listing, and all of this stuff what we need to provide. For the token, basically these guys get the cheapest possible price. And as I said, these guys could jump in into the private seed phase. They're really lucky one. They have the cheapest possible tokens. They will have passive income for the years to come. And as I said, this is the best possible entry for them. But yeah, for the guys who are ready to trade the token, who are ready to build it, who are ready to go on the market live, who are ready to stake from the day one in big, this is TGA token event. So basically, what is TGA token? This means token generating event. So that means that we will create first tokens what will go into the market, what will be available for the trading, for the staking, and for all work what we can do with the token. And this is the moment when token become tradable. So basically now you put your Ethereums, and all these Ethereums will become TMX token. Yeah. And basically this Ethereum, this liquidity will go on the market, on the exchange, and you will be able to trade them. So basically this with TGA, we will have our initial market price. So basically when we close TGA, when we get listing date, at that moment we will have our initial market price, and we will have our liquidity foundation. Basically we will put this money on the market, on the exchanges, and we will have this first liquidity, first tokens, and we will be ready for the buying and selling of it. So basically, why we will speak today about 10%. So this is, let's say, traders basic. When we go with a new token, when we go with something, they can pump really strong, but can attract a lot of the users, and what was in the private sale. So basically, this is now still in private sale because this is you are small private community, and we are not listed anywhere. Basically, we are not still live, so we are not listed on centralized, decentralized exchanges. So only people who know about TMX and who are close with us, they are able to buy this token and invest in token. Basically, later when we go on the exchange, everybody will be able to buy the token, sell token, and do whatever they want. But now the tokens are only ready for the guys who jump in into the TGA. So why to sell 10%? So basically we ensure immediate liquidity without market dumping, and also we preserve long-term price appreciation. So basically why is this important? So let's say if we get first day listing on $2, and we attract, let's say, 1,000 new users on TMX token on some exchange, and this token pump into the $4, and you dump everything on that day, you will maybe crush token price to $3.5 or even $3, or let's say if everybody sell, will come back into the $2. So basically, we will take out this initial liquidity what we have, and we will dump the token price, and this will have bad impact on the token and on the move. So why we go with 10%? Basically, during the initial offering, during this initial day, we see really big pumps on the market, and we see how all this new liquidity jump into the token. And this is why very important to sell 10%. So now I will just show you on the charts. I think we speak a few times about the SUI. So yeah, I think it's maybe the easiest for me and for you guys to see this, how this stuff works. So this is it, yeah. So basically SUI was in TGA price was around $0.1. And first day it go to $2. So basically for the guys who invest on the day one, I will check this out. They go more than I can even go up here. It's more than 2,000% into the profit, yeah. So basically for these guys, when they sell 10%, this 10% can bring really big amount of the money back to these guys. So basically, they will already double their investment. So with 10% of the sell, they are already 200% up. So why we need this 10% sell? So basically, your initial investment plus all this money what come back will go to you. So basically, you will get, let's say if you invest $10,000 with sell of 10% of the token on initial day, you will get yourself back 200%. So you will get yourself back $20,000. Yeah. And with that point, you are safe. You are safe to exit. And at that moment, all these gains what you have next is for you, is for your listing. So how this happen? This is it. Basically, when all these new guys come on the market, we see this big spike, and then we see some first sell-offs. Basically, this is where you want to be. So you will sell your tokens part for the new users, and you will take the 10% of liquidity up. What to do next? Basically, from that moment, when we take up first initial 10%, you, in most of the case, you will probably already take around 30 to 40 or maybe even 50% of your initial investment just for selling 10% of the tokens. And with that amount, you already cover half of your investment. Basically, from that point, we are looking up to get into the next wave of the selling. So for the traders, when you get yourself tokens into the TGA, you are looking up to sell on these spikes. So basically buy 10%. So let's say if we got, let's say $10 first day pump, at that moment we already 5x. So we are already 500%. And with sell of 10%, you're already 50% out. So if you invest $10,000, you're already $5,000 in plus. And you have still 90% of all tokens. Yeah. So basically you can catch up a lot of these weeks and benefit for really strong. So this is first 10% sell. Now I will show it. So this was the first 10% sell. What we are looking up after this, we will have some small consolidation until the price consolidate. And next we will have another push up into the all-time high. And this is the point when you sell additional 10%. Basically from this point, you sell 10% of your tokens. You already go, this can be even bigger, but let's say you get first time 50%. This is the second time you get additional 50% of investment back, and you are now at 100% of your tokens investment back. So basically, first time you get $5,000, next time you get $5,000, and you already cash out $10,000, and you still have 80% of the tokens, guy. Basically, this is what how this stuff works. Yeah. So first sell 10% on first spike, then we have small drop, we have some consolidation. After it, we have another wave of the push. Basically, how these waves happen. Let's say we have some announcement on the market. We have some good news on market. We add up some new plugin. We add up some new future on the exchange. Basically, at that point, you sell additional 10% and you're already out. So you are already at 100% of the profit. And this is your third wave. Basic. On third way, you sell additional 10% of the tokens, and with this sell of the 10%, you will get yourself 30% of the token sell, and you'll be already more than 100% into the 150% into the profit. With just three sells when the market pump. Why is this very important? So you don't want to sell here. You don't want to sell here when everybody sells. So at that point, you can benefit low. You can benefit maybe 10, 20%, 50%. But if you sell when we have the spikes, you sell to all new users. Basically, you are selling to new guys who want to buy this premium price, and you are selling them for really good price. And this is why you go with 10%. And this is how you cannot harm the token, basically, because you will just take small amount of your token, sell it, and take liquidity back. And for who you sell this 10%? You sell for the new guys. So basically, you will sell for new guys who will see, oh, this token is pumping. This could be a really good project. Let's buy. Because most of the users buy here. They buy here. They don't want to buy here when it's cheap, when it's low, when it's maybe in TGA, they buy here. So they buy when it's everything expensive and everything is pumping, and this is your entry point. And basically with these three sales, you are more than 100% out, basically, and you have now prepare yourself money for the liquidity providing. So with our project, you will be able to stake tokens, get 20% of all fees, and also you will be able to provide liquidity. So how this stuff works? So basically, you will be able to provide USDTs into the liquidity so traders can use them for the futures trading. So let's say if you put $10,000, let's say you sell 30% of your tokens, then at that moment you can put it back, these earnings, into the liquidity. Basically, from this point, when you put your 30% sell of the tokens into the liquidity, you now have two ways of income. Basically, at that moment, you will benefit from 50% of all fees what the TMX generate from the traders, plus you will get 20% of the fees what you get from TMX token staking. So basically, this is how you can get yourself 70% of all fees what we get on TMX. And this is how you will be able to get two ways of passive income for you. And also you will still have 70% of the tokens. What is really great, why you want to have 70% of the tokens? Basically, you want to have it for this. You want to have it when everything goes to $5. Because we already have these three tops at $2, and now we want to sell when it's $5. Basically, we want to go additional 3x or 4x from all this initial way, and this is where you want to sell, let's say, 10 to 20%. Just make one more drop down, and this is when you want to sell additional 10%. So basically, this is how you grow your account into the 5x, 6x, 500, 600%, and you still keep 70% of tokens, 80% of tokens, maybe even bigger amount for the long term. Because if we see some big bull run, if we see some big breakout, this sweet token can go to the $10, basically. And when it comes to $10, you will additional sell 10%. Because on every big spike, you want to have some part of the token so you can sell and you can benefit the most. So basically, this is how traders looks like on the market. This is how me as a trader, this is how I take the profit. So it can take the time, it can last, but as I said, this is the safest possible way for you guys. This is the safest way to keep yourself the tokens who will give you benefits, and this is the safest way to grow your portfolio, to grow your investment for the years to come. And as I said, with this kind of the way, you will be able to reduce your sell volatility. This is why you add up liquidity, because with all this liquidity, liquidity is pretty stable. So basically, all traders will use it. If you can see with these liquidation events, what happened when everybody, let's say, sell, when we have big drops on the market, all these liquidations will go also into the liquidity. So basically, your, let's say, $100,000 in liquidity after a year can become $150,000 in liquidity, basically without any work, plus all these fees what you will get yourself as a passive income. So as I said, guys, with liquidity, you have one more way of the of the passive income. You can benefit really big for the long term, and it's pretty safe and pretty, let's how to say it, passive income for you for the long term. And it's easy. It's really just click claim and you'll be able to take your USDTs. As I said, you can buy more tokens, you can trade with these USDTs, you can compound them back into the liquidity, so you can add up more liquidity. So as I said, for the long term, liquidity is pretty safe, liquidity is pretty strong, and can benefit really big for the long term. Also, what I see from my investment periods, liquidity can go from 200 to 500% a year. Basically, just come back. So let's say if you invest $100,000 in liquidity, you can double it after 1 year into the $200,000. Plus all these incomes what you have aside, plus some additional tokens what you will get as reward for the staking. So as I said, this amount can go really high and really big. Yeah, Brian, you can jump.
What's up? So I just wanted to chime in on that because that's kind of what I focused on yesterday on the Zoom is there's not too many opportunities out there where you're going to get paid a percentage to hold a token inside of an exchange and then earn from the trading fees. Like right now, the whole world is scared which way crypto is going to go. You're almost crazy to be in a trade 30 minutes before rate cuts. Like
Yeah,
it's scary. So those people that don't pay attention or haven't paid attention, they lose. Anybody I've ever talked to, any trading platform or any AI literally get messages, sports arbitrage, bot programs, all this stuff, it doesn't last. They don't last. The trading doesn't last. But what does last are the exchanges making money on the traders you know. So having the TMX token staked in the exchange, earning that 20% from the trading fees, watching that token pump like Jake has showed multiple different similar coins that have the same type of thing that's happened. You can sell that when it gets to a high point, like he's teaching you how to do this. And then you can move that right over to liquidity. You move 100K into liquidity, you got 100K in liquidity. Every day you'll be able to go in there and the periods that you can claim your percentage that you make, claim, bam, right to your wallet. And then, yeah, in the future, we'll have a Visa card. You can move it to my wallet, and then I can use that Visa card to go buy some lunch, or whatever. But you'll be able to move it to your card and then do it that way. Or you can compound it as well. But to have the TMX token inside the TMX exchange, earning for 20% of the fees while the token goes up in price, finding a really good spot to sell. You got one of the best traders in the world, Jake here, explaining how this works. Going to teach us for everything in the long run. I just wanted to really chime in and be like, guys, don't even understand the opportunity we have on our hands here. Every day someone recruits me for some bull crap, and I'm just like, you got to come to the other side. It's like teaching somebody, I don't know if you believe in God, but when they don't, when you teach someone about Jesus and stuff, they're like, oh my gosh, this just opened up my whole world. So you just got to come to that other side, to where you can literally earn passive income in crypto and it be safe, not get into something that, oh, you're going to make 25,000 in 2 months from a bot. Like, come on now, so I just wanted to chime in on that. I love this presentation. I need that doc as well, Jake. I'm gonna have to hit you up for that one. But thank you. Guys, pay attention. This is great.
yeah, yeah. Thank you, Brian, for jumping in. So yeah, as I said, Brian can explain this a little bit better than me. Yeah. So I'm making this detailed, but Brian speak to the people. Yeah. So when he explains, it's really good. So as I said, guys, with liquidity, you can always stake them, unstake them. So let's say you need $10,000 from your $100,000. You just unstake $10,000 and send it back to your wallet. So this is, let's say, the beauty of decentralized exchanges. You are in full control. You have control of your wallet. You have control of your money, your USDTs, your Bitcoins, everything, because everything stands on your wallet. And when you trade, you just connect your wallet, you put your orders on blockchain. If the orders get filled, you get your money. If you lose, you lose it. All this money go into liquidity. So why we are different from central exchange? We share the income, basically. We share all these fees. Every bot in the world, every trading stuff in the world need to pay fees. Every time you trade, every time you click something, buy, sell, long, short, you need to pay fees. And all these fees go into the exchanges. And central exchanges keep the most of the fees for themselves. But with decentralized exchanges, you get the most of it. So basically, you get most of the all fees what we get, and this is the real, guys, real passive income for the years to come. Because we are taking money out of the market, we are taking money from the fees, and we are reinvesting it back. Also, yeah, as I said, this is really beneficial. You will be able to stake your tokens. You will be able to get your rewards. This is also protection against inflation. So this is why you stake the TMX token. Basically, when you stake the TMX token, that means that you will not sell these tokens. Basically, you are not putting them on the exchanges. And with this, you also protect the tokens of inflation. So basically, with that, you keep the token price up, you keep them safe, and you will get additional part of the tokens as a reward, plus all these USDTs from the fees. So as I said, with this kind of the stuff on TMX, you will be able to compound, take your USDTs, invest into the liquidity, reinvest, use it daily. When we get our self Visa card, you will be able to spend it on daily base, reinvest it back. So as I said, there will be a lot of the stuff in behind on TMX. And as I said, guys, we have only 12 days more left in TGA. Don't waste this opportunity. Buy yourself some tokens, because with this kind of the project, you can benefit really strong and for really long time. And as I said, for really long time, basically, I was one of the investors of GMX. Basically, after 3 years, their token go from 90 cent to $91. But we need to last for 3 years. And this is why this kind of the projects are really good, because they are taking money out of the market, even when market is good and even when market is bad. So basically, they are taking money all the time. They are sharing between their shareholders, and this is how the project can grow and the token price can grow for the years to come. So as I said, guys, this is really, really interesting for you. Yeah, Brian, you can jump.
So there's a lot of questions, and honestly, I've went over all these as well, and I know you have too. So, how often can we withdraw the trading fees? Anytime, believe me. You just got to make the what do you call it? The uh, interaction with the smart contract. And when you do that, there's fees, obviously little fees. We're on the Arbitrum network. It'll be little, but you can get those fees basically anytime you're doing it. So basically, I would wait every 24 hours if you're looking for that fast of fees, or you can come in every 6, 7 days or 30 days, whatever you're looking for. But also, if you stake your TMX tokens, you're going to earn USDT. If you look at the white papers, you will also earn a percentage, some TMX tokens as well. So like this is what Jake said, like this is when the light bulb should go off. It is going to be hard to earn TMX tokens, to get TMX tokens besides the people that bought in the private sale or right now in the public sale. Because once this goes kaboom and live, it'll be a while down the road until a lot is more released later. But to get it, you're going to have to either, you're going to have to stake, you're going to have to trade to get the Visa card, you're going to have to get TMX tokens. So you can look in the white papers. And I mean, I don't know, Jake, can you go over the tokenomics in the white papers to kind of show them
I,
how
I don't have it now on this PC, yeah, but I can
you
go
don't have it
on my
available right
next,
this
yeah,
second?
yeah, yeah.
We can do that Monday, though. We can do
Yeah,
that
we can
Monday
do
a
on
little bit
Monday. Yeah,
and
we
go
can
over
go
it.
through all. But yeah, I see some questions. So basically, our price of TMX token is connected to Ethereum while until we go live. When we go live, it will be only based on USDTs. So basically, for now, we are based on Ethereum price. So let's say if 2,500, 3,500. When we go live on that listing day, the price of that day will be important for us, because at that moment we will sell these Ethereums into the USDTs and put them into the liquidity. So basically, this is how this stuff will work. And as I said, I also see some questions when we will be able to withdraw. So basically, we'll be able to withdraw at any time. So you will just need to pay this small fee of 1 cent on Arbitrum network to take the smart contract or to reinvest or come back to your wallet. So as I said, maybe this day you will get $100, you will be able to withdraw $100. Maybe you'll get $5, you'll be able to withdraw $5. But as I said, from my experience, you can do it, let's say once a week. Just collect your USDTC, let's say send some part to your wallet, reinvest some into the liquidity, and this is how you will get yourself compounding. This is how you will get yourself 2 ways of the income for the long term. So as I said, everything will be written on smart contract, and you will be able to take your fees every day. because you will see some small counter what will count all fees, because every trade every day when people trades, they will pay the fees, and all these fees will directly go on your wallets, on your blockchains, and at that moment you will be able to take them out and make them into the trade. So as I said, from this point, I also see one question about, I think Nabs asked, so what is the time frame? So basically, the time frame for the selling 10% can be in the days, can be in weeks, it can be in months. So basically, as I said, maybe first sell of 10% will be first day, maybe it will be in first week. As I said, we are looking up to get at least 100% into the token rise, so you can sell, let's say, 10% at that point. And maybe we'll see some small sell-off for, let's say, 10 days, and then we will see again new spike into the new highs of the token, and then you will sell, let's say, additional 10%. So basically, this selling of 30% can last 3 months, or it can maybe last 1 month. So basically, it all depends on the market conditions, what we will have at that point, and it will all depend on how much you want to take out from the market and from the liquidity. So as I said, you will follow up with the chart. You will see, let's say, if we have opening price $2, in first day we go to $4, you sell 10%. Then we come back to $3, stay there, let's say, for 2 weeks, and then after it we go to $5. When we come back to $5, you again sell 10%. Then we, let's say, consolidated $4 for the next 10 days, and then we go to $10. And when we come back to $10, you again sell 10%. So basically, this can last, let's say, 1 month. This can last 10 days. As I said, it will all depend on the market and how Ethereum works and how all these altcoins pump works. So basically, we will see what will be our entry point price. So as I said, if Ethereum come back about 3,000, there will be a lot of the new money coming on the market, a lot of the money coming on the altcoins. So basically, this can also give us some wings to speed up the price of the token. But yeah, as I said, if the Ethereum stay in the channel of 2,500, 600, that moment we also get benefit. We can also rise the price of the token, but yeah, it will be slower than when Ethereum is 3,500. Why is that? Because that means that altcoins are pumping, all new money is coming on the market, and we will be able to catch up all this new liquidity and pump it back into the token. Let's see, it's possible to yeah, as I said, there will be a lot of the tokens come back. On the Monday we can do with tokenomics, we can go to the white paper, so we will check all this stuff together. As I said, for today we are just looking up to go into this way. So I will just go once more, guys. So basically, why we want to sell 10%? With 10%, you will not harm the token. You will not harm the price of the token. You will be able to take some extra profit for yourself. And with this way, you can invest in 2 ways, into the liquidity and into the tokens. So basically, with 30% of sell, let's say during the period of 3 months, you will get yourself, let's say, double of the initial money back, and all this double money you can put into the liquidity. And you can take 70% of all fees what we generate back to you, and you can benefit for the long term. So as I said, guys, take it. This project will take money from the market, will bring you on, and as I said, just be patient, and then don't sell everything on the first day. Yeah, I know there will be guys where you will invest, let's say, $500 in TGA, and when they say they have $1,000, they will sell everything. Yeah, as I said, you can do it, but yeah, as I said, this is a stupid decision, because maybe in a few weeks it can go to $5,000 to $10,000. Yeah, so as I said, don't waste this opportunity. Hold your tokens, take small part of the profit during the way, during the pumps, and you will benefit for really long time and for really long haul. I don't know, Tim, maybe did you prepare this random wheel? Yeah.
Yeah, it's ready, Jake. It's ready. Like I
Okay.
see so many people join us, then so many people quit from the Zoom, but that's okay. Like that who's quit and
Yeah.
like if they were gonna win, it's basically their mistake that they quit the Zoom. So we're ready to go for that, Jake. Yeah, right
Yeah,
now.
let's do it. Let's do it.
All right. So guys, right now for that people who don't know, we have today the giveaway part and two of the winners. Yeah, like we have the random wheel and most of the people, like, all of the people who with us right now on the Zoom, right now in this random wheel. So we're gonna just choose two winners and like how much they will gonna win, Jake. Yeah, each of them.
Each of them will win 0.1 Ethereum, what is around $250. Yeah.
Yeah, like around $250, guys. And you
Yeah.
can see that right now on the Zoom, we have like 46 people. Like, if we do not calculate us, because I do not basically put us right here, it's like 42. But in the random wheel, we have 50. Yeah, like I don't know where's other guys, but that's okay. So let's just go. Let's just go and see who's gonna be the winner today. Yeah, so if that person is not on the Zoom, yeah, so like we just keep going for the next. Okay, so I think we know this person. This is the Lance. And Lance, let me just find Lance. So he was definitely with us. Hey, Lance. So I think you always asking for the recording of the Zooms. I think. Hey, Lance, let us know if you could hear us. I just click unmute a few times. Not sure. Not sure if Lance could hear us, but like we know Lance, he's all the time in our chats. So it's our first winner today. Yeah, like not sure. I just click few times unmute, but Lance, maybe you can just put the. Oh, okay. So I can see that Lance he's unmuted. Hey, Lance, could you say something? Right. Maybe his microphone is not really works, but that's okay. Yeah, so Lance, all you have to do is just basically send your wallet to Jake, yeah, and you're gonna be funded with your bonus, which is the really cool. So like we just going for the next winner right now. So we remove Lance and we going for the next one. All right. Yeah, Lance, we could see you in the chat. So all you have to do is just send your wallet. That's like that. So let's go for the second winner, guys. All right. And we see the Pastor Carl. Just 1 second, Pastor Carl. We're gonna finish the giveaway and we will unmute you. And we have the Adrian Bone. I see Adrian, he joined just recently. Let me just find Adrian. He was somewhere right here. All right. Hey, Adrian, let us know you with us. I just click unmute you a few times. Hey, Adrian. All right. I'm not sure, Jake. So like it's only
Yeah,
me.
yeah, he sent the message. Yeah,
You
my
send the
meet is
message.
broken. Yeah, yeah.
All right. Okay, so no problem. So like you just need to send the wallet, yeah, to Jake. You're gonna be funded. So we have the two winners for today, guys, which is the pretty cool. I'm trying to talk. That's okay. So all you have to do is just send your wallet and like you're gonna be funded just like that. So congratulations. And yeah, guys, for the next giveaways, I'm gonna add people in the random wheel just like in the, let's say, 20 minutes from the start. Yeah, because I see people all the time joining, like some of the people join in the end of the meeting, and it's not really fair for that people who joined from the beginning, right? So like 20 minutes, but today we just include everyone who joined our Zoom. Just like that, guys, congratulations to the winners. So like Jake provides some really great presentation today. So basically no live trading because market is really shaky, but we are definitely we're gonna go for that for the next one. And of course, guys, tomorrow we're gonna have the Zoom for the new members. What is the TGE? We're gonna invest some money online basically from the wallet, so you're gonna see how to do that. And just guys, it's gonna be 1 p.m. Eastern as always. Yeah, like announcement gonna be posted. Yeah, Jake, you want to add something?
Yeah,
Let
yeah, I see Adrian sent the message. Should I send my wallet address here? Yeah, you can. You just connect your wallet to Trust Wallet or MetaMask to the TGA page and send us this address, what you have, and basically we'll just fund you with Ethereums, and that's it. Or you can send message to the Brian or Tim. They will just show you how. Yeah. So basically, you will get yourself back. I see Jerry asked about 10% sell. So basically, this is for the TGA token sellers. Yeah. So for the guys who are in private seed phase, they will already be at 800% of the profit or even more. So basically, TGA mean token generating event. So basically, these investors in TGA will be able to sell and to have all the tokens from the day one. So basically, this is what we speak from the beginning. Private seed phase tokens holders will get their self tokens to invest, to stake them from the day one, and during the time they will get unlocked. But for the TGA tokens, as I said, they pay more for the token, but they will be able to get their self tokens from the day one and to reinvest back. Yeah. So as I said, guys, you just need to follow up and you will see the difference between private seed phase and TGA. Yeah, Brian, you can jump
One
in.
thing too, and Jerry, the whole reason some things, how do I explain this? It's not going to be the vested out period weekly for 90 days. Jake wrote the developers had that change so that way we get all of our TMX tokens for the private seed phase to stake into TMX exchange, not a little bit vested every day. So like that was one of the major changes. Make sure your team knows that too, because you got a pretty good amount of team that know that they're going to get their TMX tokens. That's some of the changes that need to be made and audited and all those things. So,
Yeah, yeah.
just let you
So
guys know that,
basically,
right? Isn't that right, Jake? Is it
yeah,
6 months locked in
yeah,
six
yeah.
months or is it 9
So
or
yeah, it
what?
is in the work. Yeah, it will be updated, but yeah, all guys will get all their tokens from the day one to the staking, and all other unlocked tokens will go during the time. We will see how the blockchain will work on and the exchange. So as I said, this is a big change, but yeah, we will do it for the guys so they can benefit from passive income from the day one in full amount. Yeah. Okay, guys. Yeah. So that's it. Let's survive this end of the day. Yeah. So basically, FOMC meeting is in 45 minutes. In 15 minutes, we will have interest rate decisions. So basically, this is what all traders are waiting for. If we survive this day, yeah, everything will be good. But yeah, as I said, guys, don't trade now. Just wait for it until market say where we will go up or down. So yeah, prepare yourself positions, wait, and when we get all this information, then we can calculate and see where the market is coming next and what we will do. So yeah, so thank you guys. I hope this was interesting and informing for all of you. So basically now you get now insider how traders trade the tokens, how we take the profit when we see the spikes on, and this is how you can benefit for the years to come. Yeah, and basically this is the easiest way for you to benefit, to get yourself initial back, and all other tokens, all other money is just pure profit for you. And this is why you need to hold for the years to come. And every time you see some big spike, we see some big income into the token, just sell 10%, take the money back, and you will be safe. Token will be not be harmed, and we will be able to pump it back. Yeah. So thank you guys, and have a good night.
Yeah, see you guys. And like tomorrow, 1 p.m. Eastern, announcement gonna be posted in the chat. Yeah, see you.